YouTube, what's going on? It's Matty B. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. This week, unfortunately, we have another new feature on the channel. This week we have how to barely not qualify for the Millville Pro National. I was really excited going into Millville. I really enjoyed that track. Unfortunately, the crew made not huge changes, but quite a few minor changes to the track that I personally really did not enjoy. I felt like it really took away from the flow of the track, and then the big uphill rhythm section deal they put in there really put a hurting on us on the two-stroke. But hey, I can't even qualify for the Millville Nationals, so who really cares what I think? But we definitely had our work cut out for us per usual. I mean, I ride a 250 in the 450 class, so that's kind of what I'm signing up for. But yeah, I'll take you guys along for the ride of the trials and tribulations of the morning, and then the absolute failure of an LCQ as well. So strap in and hope you all enjoy. And got to throw a huge shout out to my boy Big Al for being my pit crew for the day. He was my pit crew there last year as well, and unfortunately his rider couldn't get the job done, but hey, at least I gave him an easy job to do. Done by noon, no choice. Woo! Oh, I got pulled out. I think I've put it out enough of these videos to where y'all know what's good at this point. But first lap, caution, wheels on the ground, just looking at the track, big chilling, and gearing up for one hell of a fast lap once that green flag hits. I'm not going to show you guys the full roll lap this week because I actually got some pretty clear footage on some of the fast laps too, so stay tuned. We got a lot clearer view than past weeks, a little less roost and a little less choice. Actually, never mind, it's been no choice the whole time. You guys just saw the YouTube legend himself, Jeff Walker, go by. We gave each other a little hoot and a holler, and I figured I'd jump in behind him and try to tag along with him on my first fast lap. He's been ripping lately, and he's had quite a bit more speed than me in these practice sessions, so I figured this was a good place to start. attempt at a fast lap wasn't too bad. We left a little bit of speed on the table, but it's first thing in the morning and we're kind of building into it. So to start off with that, I wasn't super bummed with most of the lap, but I definitely struggled in the sand rollers, which has been something that I've kind of had trouble with every year I come to Millville. Even though I love Millville, I have struggled with the sand rollers. And also the uphill Mount Martin. At the time, I didn't know that people were tripling up yet on the 450s because I watched the 250 practice and the Star Yamahas weren't jumping it. To me, that meant I didn't need to worry about it, but I guess they prepped the track a little bit before our practice, and the 450 guys started yanking it with all those extra CCs on me. And, I know what I'm showing up with. I know I have less horsepower, but I have never had an obstacle or anything like this hinder me this bad. I mean, going double single, double single up the hill instead of the triple double, I think I was losing like 2 to 2.5 seconds just in one segment. So we had our work majorly cut out for us, but we were just about to unleash the send to try to combat that. Fast lap number 2 in the books, and for the most part that one was better all around, but man, I lost so much time up the hill. I didn't really execute my already piss poor double single combo, and as you guys saw, Masterpool just absolutely blew my goggle straps completely off, even with the stock KX450 that they've been talking about all summer. So was definitely pretty tough and frustrating to have one section like that kind of dictate our lap time, but all that meant is I was just going to have to twist it extra hard if I wanted to get on the gate at Millville. That one was a bummer for sure. Felt like I started out the lap pretty hot and then came into the sand rollers with a pretty good pace, I thought, and just washed the front end on the way in there. And that was all she wrote. And by the time I got back to the finish line, the checkers had been out, so that practice was over. Another practice where I didn't ride to my potential, but luckily I felt like the track would get better as we went, so I thought practice 2 would be a little bit faster, and I've been getting faster in practice 2, even if the track hasn't been getting better pretty much every weekend. So I had a good feeling for the second practice, but that hill was definitely kind of stuck in my head, and I didn't really know what to do about it. Got sand everywhere. Yeah. I always struggle in the rollers.
Yeah. Just getting sucked down on power or what?
I think I just don't know how to hit them. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's power issue. Second practice, we start out with the start practice off the grates. I myself do not participate because I've already been yanking starts about as good as the 2 smoke can, so I'm saving clutch plates and tires without a choice in the world. But we got start practice at first, and then it was cool at Millville. There was a huge line of fans next to the start straight, so it was cool to give all them a high five and actually feel like they came to watch me like I'm a real professional. But our back was against the wall big time. We had a lot of work to do and a lot of time to make up. I think I was in the 40s after the first practice, so we had work to do, but I was up for the challenge.
Woo! Oh, I know. Okay. That's standard.
It's about go time for practice 2. I had a lot of time to make up, and it was now or never at that point. I knew I was losing a ton of time up the hill, and obviously being that I'm running half the CCs as everybody else, you know, I knew that going in, so it's up to me to make up the time around the rest of the track. So as you guys will see at the beginning of these next few laps, I was making a lot of mistakes, just really overriding the track, just trying to make up the time that I knew I was going to lose going up the hill. That one started out pretty good, but man, we were flustered. It's a lot of pressure, honestly. It's already hard enough qualifying for a national as it is, and then going in there already knowing a section you're pretty much guaranteed to lose about 2 seconds in. Just having to ride that much harder, it did put some pressure on me, and I was really having to send it. So I was getting sketchy, I was getting loose, but we just had to regroup and just catch our breath real quick and get ready for another good attempt. yes, who doesn't love an accidental oppo to sketch combo? And as you guys can hear, the emotions were running high. And don't get me wrong, like, it ain't like anything in my life's really going to change if I do or don't make it. I just really want to get in there. You know, I'm putting in a lot of work, a lot of miles on the road, and I just really want to do as good as I can and really want to get in the motos. It's not any pressure from sponsors or anything like that. It's just purely I really want to get in there, and I don't really want to do it for anybody else but myself, but damn it, I want it bad, and you can tell by the audio. We finally got closer to putting everything together. I was hopeful that that was the lap that would put me into the motos, but unfortunately it was about 6/10 short of getting in, so that was a bummer. I did everything I could, absolutely sent it on that lap, and it just wasn't quite good enough. Really the only mistake, the only time lost besides the hill, I did get held up a little bit in those switchbacks by Marchbanks, but it was in a section that he couldn't really get out of the way in anyway, and on top of that, I'm pretty sure he didn't hold me up 6/10. I mean, if I would have lost out on qualifying by only a tenth or two, I might have been pretty bummed about it, but 6/10, you didn't quite cost me that, Garrett, so you're safe, brother. Checkers are flying, and I did everything I could. I knew there was still a few guys in the B group that had been going faster than me that morning, so I'll leave this part in here so you guys can see what it's like to try to figure out whether you're in the motos or not. And unfortunately, the answer wasn't what we were looking for, but still had an LCQ yet to go.
Where's I at?
You, last I saw was 33rd.
Was that on the TV?
211. Yeah, on the
so
TV.
Overall, I'm 33rd right now? Here, will you
It's
hold
on the
this?
TV.
Will you hold this for a second? Sorry, I just want to go see where I'm
Yeah,
at.
go look at it.
Excuse me, boys. My bad. Yeah, we're out.
That's just A practice?
Well, I'm 35th, and I know there's going to be more in B, so. I almost crashed on like every lap, dude.
Yeah, I decided it took you forever to get a lap in.
Struggling. It's alright, I've been yanking starts. Dude. It's that fucking hill. Because I actually felt like I rode all right everywhere else.
And here we are in a place where no one wants to be, and especially where no one wants to be with way less horsepower than everybody else, lined up for the LCQ. Luckily, I had second gate pick with qualifying only 2 out at 38th, so was definitely a bummer to just barely miss out. But hey, if I didn't want to be on the LCQ, I probably should have went a little faster. I actually went into this feeling really good about it. My starts have been really good in the LCQs. I've been in 3 LCQs on my 2-stroke, and I've started top 5 in all of them. So I was feeling good about that, and I figured that everybody wouldn't be doing the triples up the hill, and I figured I would be able to do my scrub, double single, and manage it. I didn't think people would be able to jump around me, but stay tuned to find out how wrong I was about that statement.
first and I was like, no way I'm doing this. And then a dude just jumped right by me. Yeah, dude, I could not feel any more flat out there. Like, I just have no energy. I think the travel really might be starting to get me.
Yeah.
And just like that, our day was done. And at the end of the day, we just weren't good enough, couldn't quite make it happen. And I mean, we did all we could, but just wasn't enough. Got a great start in the LCQ, put myself exactly where I needed to be, right into fourth. And then people started jumping by me up the hill. They had the corner freshly prepped, so it was a little easier for those 450s to get up over the triples. Well, I was still struggling with my double singles, so started getting blown by up the hill. Got passed up the hill every single lap, and then had a really sketchy off-track excursion to finish line case combo at the end of the first lap that really ratcheted up the heart rate and took away the flow. And yeah, I said it before, I'll say it again, just didn't have it, just wasn't good enough. Really bummed to go all that way to not even qualify, not even get to race the motos, and also to let all the fans down that didn't get to hear the sweet sounds of the YZ250 two-stroke in the motos at Millville. But at the end of the day, I'm keeping it in perspective. We did our absolute best. We gave it our all, and still traveling the country riding dirt bikes, and honestly living the dream. So I have nothing to complain about. I'm very thankful for what I'm doing, and thankful for all you guys that watch as well. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you guys at Washougal. No choice.